Welcome back to the countercock. Fuck. Can somebody else say it? I cannot say it.
I don't even know the fucking name of it.
Welcome back
Countercockwise
to the Counter
podcast.
Cockwise podcast.
Welcome back to the Cockwise.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So, okay, funny story really quick. I had a meeting last night with a church member that I had reached out to. Oh, there's my kid yelling in the background.
Can't hear him. You're good.
Okay. But I reached out to him because I was like getting frustrated with trying to quit smoking, because I'm just having a hard time with it, and I'm gonna have to fucking talk to my doctor about it, which sucks because I hate going to the doctor. Not because the doctors have ever been mean to me. It's just like the atmosphere is fucking off, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways, but I reached out to him. I was like, hey, you're a pretty understanding dude. Mind if we just have a phone call real quick? And he was like, yeah, what you need? I was like, I don't know if you can relate to this at all. Like, I'm not gonna get mad if you can't. But here's what I'm struggling with right now. And then we had a follow-up meeting about it, and he's just like, so how's it going? I was like, well, not fucking good. Like, I'm still fucking doing it. And he's like, okay. Anyways, but I was like, oh, hell yeah, I get to do my podcast tomorrow. He's like, oh, you started a podcast? I was like, yeah, this isn't the first time that I've done it. It's like, I have some experience, unfortunately, in podcast making, and
That's not unfortunate.
no, but it's not.
It's unfortunate that it didn't go anywhere last time, right?
It's unfortunate that, it's fortunate that one of the times it didn't go anywhere, because it's with a guy that I no longer want to be around, and then the other time it was just unfortunate because it was during COVID and everybody had free time, and it really could have blown off, but we just couldn't do the scheduling. Anyways, but he was like, oh, sick, what's its name? I was like, forgive me, it's not very church-like. And then secondly, it's hard for me to say without cracking up. And so for like 2 minutes I'm fighting for my life trying to not laugh, and eventually I just muttered out under like giggles of just counterclockwise. He's like, are you for real? I was like, yeah. He's like, you posted anything yet? I was like, no, not yet, we're saving up. I was like, he's like, okay. And it was just like a little awkward on how to progress from there. I was like, it's fine, it's just for like socializing, He's like, oh, okay, then that's fair. I'm not gonna mention the last episode where we literally tried to say that we're sponsored, and it was use code Hitler at checkout. Not gonna mention that.
No.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, if he's going to ask about it,
yeah,
and now he's going to want to watch it, possibly.
I don't know. I think I might get kicked out of the church after these leak,
That's your fault. You invited us on and you decided to talk gender politics last time.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was pretty tame. Like, I think where I came from wasn't exactly, like, crazy. It's not like I was like...
No, you're not insane. You're fine.
All people who identify as something other than the two genders should be hanged publicly or anything like that. That's an out-of-context clip right there.
The problem with that is some of us get off to that.
Okay.
Yes.
You can't do that in public. Think of the children.
Oh my god. God.
Yeah. Anyways, quick story for y'all before we start asking questions and all that. I lost my credit card on Friday.
Oh, fuck.
or it got stolen. I'm not sure which. I want to say it was stolen because it's not in my vehicle or anywhere else where it would be normally. And I had it walking in the store. I think I set it down for a second, and then it was just gone. So I went to the gas station near my new work, and Mac knows the exact one, the one with the Denny's attached.
Yeah.
I go in there and I just like grab some pizza. I grab some pizza and like a drink and like some snacks for later down the line just in case, because I've been hungrier more than normal. And Sam interruption.
Say bye-bye.
Papa.
Good night, gorilla.
I'm just eating Takis right now. These things are fucking good.
Can you say
Mm.
good night, gorilla?
Oh, good night.
He's licking the microphone.
Okay.
Good night.
Anything else? Don't put your mouth.
Oh, he's just
Can you
licking
hear
my
it?
mic. Yeah, I can hear it a little bit. I'm so sorry, guys.
Okay, say bye-bye.
Okay.
Papa.
Okay, good job, Sam.
Dada.
Good night, gorilla.
Dada.
Okay.
Good night, gorilla.
Anyways, so yeah, I go into the gas station, do my thing. I'm like, all right, sick. Gonna pay for it. Gonna go back, slam this down in my car, and then get back to work. And I just cannot find my credit card to save my life. And I was like, oh shit. Did I misplace it? Did I put it in the car? Whatever. If I put it in my car, then that's not the end of the world, because it's like I can just put it back in my wallet and keep rolling. But no, it just wasn't anywhere at all. So I immediately locked it because I have that option from my phone. Thank God for that. Because fuck trying to call any banking institution ever to be like, hey, can you do this simple thing? And then you get transferred 8,000 times, and then by the time that you actually get the thing done, it's been like 2 fiscal days of just bullshit.
Yes.
And people
And your
have already,
credit card's maxed out already.
yeah, oh yeah, it's donezo by the time that you've actually, like gotten all the things together. So, thank God for that. But I had to order a new one, and on Saturday, I went into my bank. And I was like, hey, can you just order me a new one? Mine got stolen. And the lady looked at me and she went, I'm really sorry. I wish I could help you, but you have to call up this specific number. I can't help you with this.
That is
Fuck.
that is bullshit. I can go into the bank and just talk to the teller and get everything done.
So that's what's supposed to happen.
Like, you're going to your bank, yeah? Like,
Yeah, oh,
the
yeah.
one you're actually signed up at, not one of its other.
No, not like a
correct.
neighboring branch or something like that. I went to
No,
the
not
one
neighboring
where
branch,
it's
but
like
the
my
same
main.
bank, but not the one that you're actually where all your stuff is.
No. So I went to the one like in my town that I got the credit card from.
Okay, yeah,
And all that.
your actual home branch.
Yeah, I got it from my home branch. I was just like, hey, like, can you help a brother out here? Did I hear a piano note? Anyways,
No, that's probably my glass tinking on a coaster.
yeah, that would be it. Anyways, but the lady, she was nice, but she looked at me and she's like, I'm sorry, buddy, I can't help you, because it's through the credit card company and we just partner up with them.
That's why. Yeah.
I can't even order a card or anything like that for you. I wish I could. But like all we get access to is statements. And I was like, okay, it's kind of weird, but that makes sense because it's a credit card company and they'd want to keep all that stuff on their end, like I can't fault her for that.
No.
So
It's not her fault at the end, anyways.
yeah.
You're not going to one of the mainline banks?
What do you mean? Like,
You're not going to like Scotia or TD or any
oh,
one of those?
I'm with TD, yeah.
The TD goes through it extra for their credit.
Yeah, well, like, yes and no. Personal loans and, like, that sort of stuff they handle. But, um, because I have, like, a Visa card, not to, not to give away my identity here, um, but, like, Visa is handled by Visa, nobody else. The bank can only see statements and like your balance and limits and all that. Like this, the same amount of info that I can normally see on my banking. So
I am also giving blind info here because I've never owned a credit card, just debit.
Neither have I.
really,
I don't trust myself.
it's
No, I've taken a fucking loan out, but I've never ordered a credit card.
see, I've done the credit card, and then I was gonna do a loan because like my grandfather back in the day, what he would do is like he'd do his taxes in advance, find out how much his return would be. He had a weird way of doing this last minute investment where he would take a loan out, put it towards his RRSP, I think it was, to figure out exactly how much he would get back to pay off that loan. And so it would like balance out with his return and a couple other things. And then when he actually did his taxes, when his tax return came, he was able to pay off the loan like pretty much right away. And so he had like 10K or whatever every year just in RRSP. And it really, really fucking smart of him to do. But yeah, he used to do that. I've never done that. I was just like, well, I'm already using my, like, I don't want to pay more just for a simple bank account. So I'll just get a credit card and just use that for like my daily purchases, that sort of thing. And I started out at like the $300 one, which sucks. But I understand why they do it. Because like I was wanting to put like my insurance on it and a couple other things, like just all the stuff that you know you're going to be paying every month regardless. And like groceries, gas, that sort of thing. And now I'm at the point where it's like I barely touch my debit card unless I'm like going to certain institutions that don't support Visa, or I'm at like my bank where they need your debit card in order to help you out with anything. Yeah. Anybody else got anything from this week that you wanted to talk about? You know, racism, sexism allegations, homophobia in the workplace, massive murder spree.
I went to the casino on Thursday to watch the fucking Canada game. We won, which is great. And then stayed up way too late, did a fucking line of blow, and then I didn't get to sleep until like 4:30. Still showed up to work only to get fucking water in my boot, and then I broke a fucking suction head off of this hot tub, and I got absolutely reamed out by my boss. It was fucked. Friday sucked.
Well,
But
I mean that's a given. You stayed up with drugs and then and then shit went south.
weirdly enough, like I felt fine. Like I was a little loopy, but like I was surprised. I was like, "Holy fuck!" But I immediately had breakfast. I don't even know how it just was. Like no more of that shit though. But
I thought you said
I
that
would-
like three other times ago though.
yeah, but it's Canada Day, or it was the Canada won the game. So I was like, beers.
What's your next excuse? It's Canada Day. It's Easter.
Yeah, it's Easter. It's Tuesday. Yeah.
I'm feeling fancy today. All right, leave me be. I'm living like an executive.
I'm feeling romantical. Yeah, fucking living life in exact. Yeah, fuck. I wish.
Um,
Oh, but
and
other than that,
nothing else other than your Thursday night getting thrashed and then Friday night dealing with the consequences of your actions.
yes, that's exactly it. Yes, sure I'll find something else out, but or remember something, but no.
All
Yeah,
right.
I settle down during the week now
I
for the most.
I don't have time to be irresponsible anymore. Like
I know
like
you have
being
a
legit.
child, and then
I need to schedule it out like 2 weeks in advance if I just want to smoke weed one night. You know.
yeah.
That sounds like a joke, but it's not.
No, I
You can
believe
do. You
it.
could just stop doing drugs
Uh,
or never do them in the first place.
no, but they give me the tinglies, and I like it.
Hmm.
No, but like I don't I
He's
don't
okay.
I don't drink. I don't really smoke weed anymore. Like I bought a disposable like vape pen or something like that like a month or two ago, and I've maybe hooted on it twice. I think my brother has taken more hits off of it than I have, and I'm the one that bought the fucking thing. Then again, he's kind of
Yeah.
living like an almost unemployed dream life right now. Like
So
he's working a job where he was purely like a seasonal worker, so they just had him like basically working full time for a couple of days for Valentine's Day, and then they've given him like two other shifts, and that's kind of like it.
a little bit of money here and there is good.
Yeah. He was like
Yeah.
he was sketched out by this job because of some of the stuff that they were pulling. And I was like,
Mhm.
dude, you signed up for a seasonal temp job. What exactly are you looking for here? And he's like, I don't
What
know.
kind of
Like,
job was it?
uh, ironically enough, it was like basically a florist job at like a supermarket just for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to pay like actual florists, so they just would train up like mid-wage workers to do enough that they could get by over the weekend. So like pricing, organizing, that sort of thing. Not somebody who can
Yeah.
actually like properly care for the plants, because that would make too much sense.
Some
Yeah.
of are going to live 2 weeks anyways.
Yeah. Well, like there's for a lot of the like profitable florist shops that run year round and like actually are able to keep people under their roof and keep the lights on and all that. There's ways of both selling, marketing, and managing your inventory so that it lasts better for longer and you're not having to
Oh,
discount or throw it all out completely.
I know. My favorite cafe nearby has a florist attached to it. Actually, it's inside as well.
That's dope.
It's really nice.
Mhm.
Um,
And where are you?
Sorry?
Are you in Calgary?
Yeah. I'm
Oh.
right beside downtown, so that kind of stuff's
Oh.
common. But
Okay.
it's right in the middle of a residential, so they get actually, they get a lot of student life since we're not far from COL. COC.
yeah,
Okay,
he's
see, oh,
in the
long way
liberal
away.
area.
Yes.
Not really.
What do
Mm.
you mean? You probably have tech bros as
there
your
was-
neighbors.
No, I don't. I've seen one flag. And that's a few blocks down. Yeah.
Huh. That's not as many as I was expecting.
No, I live in like a residential right beside a school.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
That's the other side of the river that you're talking about there.
Oh, I don't know if I mentioned it last week. Maybe I did. And for those listening that are like, oh yeah, you said this before already. Shush. But somebody was putting on stickers on. They put a sticker on my car on the rear view mirror or rear view windshield, and then two on my hard hat, like right before I left. And the one on my car said, "I'm so gay I can't even drive straight," which is funny. It's funny. I can take the joke. I'm just peeved because I drove 20 minutes with that on my rear windshield with people behind me and all that before I realized that it was on my car to begin with. Not when I was like starting up my car or anything like that. No, I drove 20 minutes to a particular superstore or whatever to grab something. And I was like, are you kidding me? Anyway, so I tore that off pretty quickly. Just didn't want to be sued for false advertising, you know. And then there was 2 stickers on my hard hat. One said, "Nobody knows that I'm gay," and the other said, "Hey, homo."
Is this your new
Anyways.
job?
Sorry?
Is this people from your new job?
No,
It has to be.
this is my old job.
Oh, fuck.
This was like a week and a half ago. Anyways, but the saga continues because I got a text from one of my old coworkers on Friday with 2 more pictures. One was on a Hyundai where it's this like bumper sticker that says "the gayest ride in town." And then the guy that texted me also got hit where he got a no one knows I'm gay bumper sticker on his rear view windshield. Apparently we have a culprit for who actually did it now, so that's nice, but I haven't called the guy out on it yet because I think it's too funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
I wish it was a bit more innocent. Like on your car, yeah, don't do that. But on your hard hat, that's kind of fine, especially if it stays at the shop.
No, my hard hat went with me to like our main job site.
Oh yeah, right. You work on site.
Yeah, well, I used to. Thank God I don't anymore.
Yeah.
But like, thank gosh I realized it was on there before I like went out there onto site and put it on, and I would not look at it again until the end of the day, basically.
Yeah.
Because I was able to pick that off at the shop before I went on with my day. I was like, these guys.
Like it is funny, but
I don't know.
you don't know where you're going some days. Like I'd love to have stickers on my stuff where I work, but I don't know where I'll be. And sometimes it's in the middle of a farmer's field, and some of those guys are in.
I think
Nothing
you
against
should,
farmers, it's just Jesus Christ.
I think you should get the bad dragon emblem and put that on your rear windshield, and just like see if anybody notices, because they actually have a decent logo.
I know they do, but I also don't buy stuff from there, so
Lies.
I do have some, not lies. What do I do with one?
Don't act like your like your closet isn't full of trophies. Have you seen? Did you see that meme that I think I sent that recently? In the like back wall of like Spencer's, there's all of those like fantasy toys and such.
Oh yeah.
We need to have a serious chat about the effects of trophy hunting, and it's just all of these toys along the wall. The word.
Oh yeah, I buy other things. I got stickers from those. I still don't put on my vehicle. I do have a few pins I've put on my backpack and stuff like that. But that doesn't go to site with me.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else from this last week? I got questions. I got things for us to talk about, but I just want to make sure we get all the bullshit out of the way before we start like going crazy, you know.
Just fucking go insane, mate.
I am in a cube. Okay. So first question of the day is, what did you think at like 14 to 18 was cool, but now you think is super cringy?
Well, you saw what I wore in high school.
Yes.
I don't think it was because I thought it was cool though. I think it's just because
No,
I actually like this, and it was a women's trench coat.
So,
It was.
so it looked comfy. It did not do you any favors.
It was a trench coat in high school. It
Yeah,
doesn't do anyone any favors.
That's interesting.
That's comfy though.
was it lined on the inside? I forget exactly.
It was.
Yeah.
I still have it. I can go grab it.
Yeah.
It's just in my closet.
And fuck what people think. If it's comfy and you like it, then it's all that fucking matters.
Yeah, but like Mac also had the like antisocial demeanor and like nervous around
like-
crowds and
Kind of like the school shooter kind of thing.
Yes, I did have that vibe going off.
We literally nicknamed him that just only when he was wearing the the trench coat.
That's
You guys gave
hilarious.
me another one, which I'm going to ask you not to repeat because that one was not good.
Which one was
That was,
that?
it started with a P.
Oh no, you can't say that.
Okay, that's got to get bleeped.
Sorry.
Was it
Sorry.
was it the starts with a P, commonly associated with a bear in 2013?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Oh, you had a pedo
Yeah.
bear fucking. Oh, yeah, that's.
No, it's like he wasn't actually one. I think it was just like an inside joke that went too far or something like that. I don't.
Yeah.
know
It was
exactly.
high school. It was an inside joke that went too far, and everyone was too stupid to think of it later.
Yeah.
Like, I hold no grudge about it. It's just like, that is not a good thing to call anyone.
I mean,
Yeah.
if we're gonna be on YouTube, like, it's a good way to get publicity. Not a great way to have a long form content.
Yes.
is true.
If we wanted to do that, we'd become Minecraft YouTubers at the same time.
Let's go. Okay, so next week we're gonna be dropping a full Minecraft playthrough with mods for the boys, exclusively. No, I shouldn't go further with that.
You should not.
Okay. Sean, what was something that you thought was cool as hell from like 14 to 18, but now just look back and just cringe like violently at yourself?
Well, I always wore two different. Well, I had two of the same shoes. They were just different colors. I had two pairs of different shoes. One that was like blue and one that was red, and I would wear that. I'd fucking literally just have my earbuds in, have my hoodie up, not talk to anyone, and just get high as fuck before school every day. You know, that's kind of me from 14 to 18.
Did you
I
think
just
of yourself as cool then, and now just like kind of regret it, or?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't think I was cool or anything. I thought I was like chill. I was chill guy.
Just a chill guy.
It is kind of cringy now that I think about it. I've done like, I don't know. Fuck. I'm sure at like 3 a.m. when I'm about to fall asleep, I'll remember something I did that was cringy as fuck. That's usually when it happens. I'm like, fuck, why did I do that?
Everyone
You know.
does that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh no, I was more of a cringy fucking kid, like younger. You know.
Like, were you the type that ate bugs in front of his crush to try and impress her type kid, or what? Like, what were?
Oh yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's actually a good way to put it. Yeah, I would
I
do
got some laughs out of
shit.
Mac, so we're good there.
Yeah, no. I
Mac
did
heavily
use to eat
relates.
bugs. That's kind of funny.
I did that in grade school.
See,
I did.
I
Like,
knew it. I didn't even know that before. I just,
yeah, I was a bug eater, big time. But like, then I realized those little bastards bite. And like, I got bit so many damn times. I was like, fuck this shit.
But protein.
And stop fucking around with bugs. Yes. But no, not to impress a crush. Fuck. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 18.
Yeah.
My whole aura was just that of a fucking loser. I more or less just thought of myself as a loser. More or less. Still kind of am.
That's okay. At least you're
But-
honest about it.
Yep, pretty much.
I heard this question off of some other people that I listened to, and I was like, ooh, that's a good question. And I have just been like drawing a blank without like getting like super deep and personal about it. So I might have to just go that route. But like, other than like, I used to ride a scooter for a little bit, and I thought that
Like
was
a
kind of
Vespa?
neat. No, like in like junior high and such.
Oh, okay.
Like, cause I partially grew up with like Tony Hawk games, and I really wanted to learn how to skateboard. And then after getting bullied so many times at like the skate the, the skate park and such, I just realized like, I was kind of dog shit and should just stop while I'm ahead before I embarrass myself more. Like I couldn't nail down certain things, and I tried through every possible scenario except like talking to the skaters that I saw every time I went, because half of them were just like assholes, and then there was always the crowd that would just like sit there and smoke weed and joke around and all that.
Yeah.
I got a cigarette burn from a girl one time at the skate park. I didn't even know her. She was just like, "Hey, come here, kid." I was like, "What?" And she just burnt me with a cig, and then was just like, "All right, have fun." I was like, "What the fuck did I just experience?"
Fucking A.
Yeah,
I bet she's a real winner now.
who knows? Maybe she's just one of those people that just stayed cool. You know? You never know. Never judge
I
a book
would
by its
say
cover.
she was a
Yes,
cool
yes.
person.
She's so cool that she's fucking slumped over outside of a Shoppers Drug Mart off vent, probably. That's cool.
Yeah, dude, that is the epitome of cool right there.
That's the coolest thing ever. Fuck. Yeah.
I know that like the most important thing in life is not whether you're a good person or whatever. It's whether you've been a fence zombie. That's what matters.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude.
If you ain't
Fent is
fenting,
awesome.
you ain't make a dentin'.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. All my
That-
bitches do Fent.
That's why I exclusively fuck. I don't know where I was going with that.
All my bitches love Fent.
She wanted dick, but I gave her crack.
Yeah.
But like, other than like riding a scooter here and there, like I think I just felt massively like out of touch with my peers in junior high and high school, and I felt like I was just like faking everything all the time.
Yeah.
To the point that like that was part of my whole like mental breakdown right before I went to college. It was just like I didn't think I was being authentic to myself anymore, to the point that I didn't even know who I really was.
Yeah.
Just going along with, you know, the charades that often occur in junior high and high school, trying to impress others, and like,
Yeah.
you know, so focused on fitting in and not trying to stand out too much that I ended up just kind of like snuffing out my entire character in the process, and made a couple of choices that I didn't like.
Yeah.
In retrospect, you know, like there was people I could have been nicer to, or, you know, whatever.
Exactly.
Choices I could have made better. I also was just like massively depressed in high school. Like I just found out recently, because I don't really have much of a recollection of like a large majority of high school, which sounds really bad, but that's kind of the same way for junior high and elementary school.
Yeah.
Apparently I was struggling with my grades so much in grade 12 that my parents were worried I was going to fail. And I did pass. I didn't pass with honors, but I passed. Like, I think it was like I think it was like a 75 or 80% overall. But
Yeah.
they were worried, just because I wasn't really showing up. I was just sort of like airplane mode all the time.
Yeah.
So
I failed math in grade 10 with a 24%.
oh, I went into math AP for grade 10, and then the teacher that I got was just like, I did not click with her at all. So I think I made through that course with like a 64 or something like that total. And like I'm not bad at math, but that totally crushed my spirit as a young impressionable grade 10er, going into grade 11. So I like moved down to the like mainstream grade 11, and I did fine. I got like a 92 overall in that class because I had a really good teacher. Not even because like I knew certain things here and there. Like I basically was just like, okay, I'm just gonna go from scratch, pretend like I don't know anything, because I feel like I don't.
Did you get the guy from Greece?
No, I got the guy that ended up becoming a principal. He was awesome. I really liked him. I ended up bumping into him a couple years later after high school, when I worked in grocery, and he's still like a super cool, super nice guy.
That's good.
Some of them are really good. Some teachers are fucking awesome.
Yeah,
And some just blow.
yeah. There was this one teacher that we had in junior high, and she was like this older lady, like near retirement. So she was just like, she's seen everything. She taught my dad when he was in high school. Like,
Holy shit.
yeah. And I remember meeting her on like this pathway nearby my house. I was like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Are you still in school, or did you retire?" And she's like, I'm retired now. I'm so happy that I am, because I don't have to deal with all the snot-nosed kids anymore. You were a good one. Don't worry. I'm not talking about you. You know the type of people I'm talking about. I was like, oh, thank God.
People like me.
She was just making sure your feelings weren't hurt. You were definitely one of those kids, Michael.
No, I wasn't. Not in junior high.
Dude, my English teacher in grade 12 was Jewish, and I always cracked Jewish jokes, like the worst possible ones. And I made sure she heard. And it was just like, I was such an asshole. I literally told my teacher to fuck off once. And that teacher that I told to fuck off was my favorite teacher, which I feel bad about to this day.
I mean, I wouldn't hold it over your head.
It was ironic. It was ironic because my Jewish fucking English teacher there, Miss Kakish, like, she was always kicking me out of the fucking class. And by the end of it, like, she just loved me so much to the point where, like, if I wasn't dating my girlfriend in high school, I would have fucked her so hard. I would have banged her. I would have put it in her. She would have had my wiener. She fucking caught me in the hall multiple times. She's like, Sean, I miss you. Like, I miss you so much. Like, I want you in my class again. I was like, I want to be in your ass. But no, I was dating. Otherwise, because I was 18, and I was like, this is fucking, like, I guarantee like, I could have fucked her. I could have,
You could still hit her up.
Fuck that. No. No. My beer gut protrudes over my peener now, and I can't even see it when I take a piss.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
I really hope you're joking right now, because I feel bad about laughing
No,
at that.
it literally, it's a true fact.
Oh.
No,
I feel really bad for laughing.
If I stuck in, that's fine. But if I let my gut flump out, I can't see my dick when I go to piss. I literally have a balloon gut. Well, it's amazing.
That's unfortunate. I feel really bad now for laughing, because, like, the way you said it was just so comical to me, where it was just like, this statement of
Dude.
fact almost, but trying to put a sarcastic twang on it. But it was just
Dude,
not
it's
that.
like, dude, it's just like there's things in life to be sad about, and there's things in life to be sad about and make fun of it. Because it's like, oh,
Is it
I love
such
my
a
gut.
bad thing? You're eating
I love
well?
my gut. I love my gut. I
Yeah.
fucking am proud of it. You know, every part of my body, I love it. You know,
There you go. There's optimism.
for all that it is. Even though, like I'm oddly shaped now, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't fucking bother me at all.
I eat good food. My gut
I
shows
eat
it
good-
too.
Dude, I fucking cook good. I drink
There you
good.
go.
That just, yeah. Well, the only the only women I get on fucking Tinder are morbidly obese. Sucks. It's not even like a little bit chubby because I like that, but no, just like straight fucking like, the kind of girls you roll around in flour and find a wet spot and just go hard and fucking.
Jesus.
Just toxic waste. And that's why I don't fuck with dating apps anymore.
Jesus, man.
It's true. Fuck.
Fuck. Oh my gosh. That's a new one.
Yeah, my
Okay.
dad told me that when I was a kid.
All right. Should we move on to something else now?
You can.
Do?
I'm looking at some example questions, and a lot of them are absolute dog shit. But this one's okay. If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who and why?
Fucking Napoleon.
Really?
Yeah, I want to see, like, what the fuck that little short bastard is on his head, Or you know what? No. What about you?
Fuck, I don't know.
Mao Zedong?
I don't even know who that is.
Pol Pot? I'm just talking, these are dictators.
I'm sorry. Who?
Pol Pot.
Isn't that a
The,
Chinese
he's the-
dictator?
no, the, Vietnamese.
Hmm.
Yeah. Mao Zedong is China.
Yeah. I know about Mao. Unfortunately. Have you?
It'd honestly probably be Douglas Adams.
That's a good one.
Hey, the black guy?
What?
Is he? Oh, or no. I'm looking.
No, he's an author.
Oh, okay. Oh. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Oh, I see. That's a good one.
What? Oh, there we go.
He'd had some interesting things to
He has
say.
a very interesting brain.
Yeah. Fucking A.
Okay, so mine's a little controversial. Just because religion. I would like to do a dinner with Jesus, if possible.
That would be fucking cool.
Yeah, if he actually lived, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I believe, but and there's a lot of scientific study to back it up. Like, scientists will not deny that Jesus existed. It's just more so the rest of the Bible, which, like, some of that is going to be metaphorical, some of that's going to be literal, you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see a Samaritan getting put on a cross because he told people to be nice for a change. But
Yep. I mean, so
Mhm.
can I. And then if that's not an option, I would say probably Marcus Aurelius.
Who's that?
Why are you laughing?
because it's Marcus Aurelius.
What? What's wrong with Marcus Aurelius?
Nothing. Is it Marcus Aurelius of Phoenix?
The Roman Emperor?
The Roman Emperor, yes. Not
You'd have some bread for supper and some good tzatziki sauce. Oh no, he's Italian. I guess that is Roman. Fuck. And Rome. Dumb. Stupid dumb Sean. Ugh. Yes.
how do I get
Huh.
into this?
I think that's cool. Fuck.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know, like,
Problem is, you're going to brush up on your Latin.
well, we're assuming
Yeah.
here that, you know, you're not
Well, you know
having-
what they say about assumptions. You're gonna look like a right proper ass if you go to the dinner table and you can't speak a lick of Italian, because I can guarantee he didn't speak English.
No. Dude lived 59 years.
Yeah.
That was a long time back then.
Yeah.
Year 121 he was born. Year 180 he died.
Yep.
And he?
No, but just like, you know, like I've read through the majority of his book, which was not supposed to be published at all. Like he would be mortified if he found out that it's like one of the most not the most published book that would be belonging to the Bible. But like it is it's a well-known book. What is the difference between a pipe pistol and a pipe auto pistol? Fallout 4. One goes brrr, right? That's it. Anyways.
Okay, are you playing Fallout 4? Is that why?
Yeah, I picked it
Okay.
back up. I tried to play it with some mods, and it won't let you collect achievements,
No.
which
Well-
is stupid, and I hate it. And
You can turn that back on with a mod.
I tried looking for it because I know the exact one you're talking about, and it's not on here, at least as far as I could tell.
You're playing on console, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's a computer only.
yeah. I have it on Steam, but I was like, you know, I'm already, you know, playing on console.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, it would have to be like Marcus Aurelius or something.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Or worse choices.
Yeah.
I know nothing about Marcus Aurelius, so.
He was a cool guy.
He was a philosopher, wasn't he, or something?
He wanted to be a philosopher, and
Oh, he's one of those fake philosophers. I don't want to hear about him.
No, but like he was raised with philosophy. I forget exactly who his teacher was. I'll look it up, but he was raised to be a silver man, you know, like a proper man and for his time, and he wanted to be a philosopher. And he ended up getting the throne to Rome. Hold on, I'm just pulling up his Wikipedia page. He's been listed as one of the 5 good emperors. for the Roman Empire.
Hmm.
He was Roman emperor from 161 to 180 for when he passed away. And
Passed away nicely or shivved?
no, he didn't get a Caesar. I think he passed away in his sleep.
It's not a bad way to go.
He was a student under Atticus and Marcus Cornelius Fronto. Atticus is really popular.
Fuck's sake. I'm sorry.
How are you playing that?
I fucked up.
You have a soundboard or?
I was in soundboard and I was like looking at. I wasn't trying to fucking press anything, but because I got nitro.
Ah.
Sorry about that. Fuck.
It's okay. Yeah. Anyways, but because of his personal notebook that got saved by one of his stewards, because he initially had it ordered to be burned when he died, and they read through it and they went, "This is too good to burn and throw away," so they kept it. He's been known as one of the most important Stoic philosophers to this day. Yeah, he's just a really cool dude with reasonable expectations and that sort of thing. Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else we doing? What else is going on? Okay. What is a podcast?
It's a bunch of idiots talking shit at each other. That's what a podcast is.
Spaghetti or meat? I'm just kidding. That's another podcast. How many
Meat
shots?
Getty and fag balls.
How many shots would it take for you to think you could take an animal in a fight, and which animal would it be?
It takes me no shots to know I can take on a cat.
I don't know.
Okay.
Fucking, I'd get pretty fucking drunk and fight a kangaroo.
That's a death match.
You know,
I don't think I could ever think I'd take on a kanga.
Yeah. Those fucking bastards, like, they'll kick you. Like,
Oh yeah, and they have sharp talons. Talons or claws? Claws.
they got little fucking claws, I think. There's literally a kangaroo farm in Calgary. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
No.
There
They
is.
do
And you're allowed,
farm.
you are legally allowed in Alberta to have a pet kangaroo. But you can't have a rat.
Well, yeah.
No, you can't have a rat. Fuck rats. Disgusting.
I wanna-
filthy things.
Yes. Bobber. Mini bobber. Beaver.
I don't know. I know there's a couple of animals that I could definitely take on, but
Yeah, you take them on, wouldn't you? You take them on.
yeah.
Take them on the dong.
I just I like animals, so I'd feel bad, just thrashing an animal unless it was for self-protection.
Yeah. Or if the animal was also drunk,
Yeah,
then it's fair game.
I guess.
You know, drunk kangaroo versus drunk man, even
Oh,
playing field.
um, here's one that is totally, totally not PG or PC. But would you rather have Downs or autism?
Rather autism. I have a chance of being smart for once.
I take the autism honestly. 'Cause I might already have it. I'd have to get tested.
Same. There's multiple family members that I have that are diagnosed autistic.
I mean, it's a very wide spectrum, so it's not a hard answer, honestly.
Yeah, there's like so many different forms of it.
Yeah.
Like, they consider ADHD fucking autism, and like I know for a fact I have that shit.
Well, I mean, like, oh, wow, brain no worky, man, brain no worky. I mean, like
It's a,
autism, it is a big spectrum. Like you can have people who just like, they just think a little weird, but they're perfectly normal otherwise, all the way up to like, like just straight up like will not talk to most people, but is a savant in a dedicated um, a dedicated field. Like
yeah.
there was that one guy who he was like known as a savant because he did a lot of paintings and diagrams and this and that for people, and he went on a flight over New York City one time in a helicopter, and he didn't take any photos. He didn't do anything like that. He just looked, and he was able to draw it all by memory, no problems.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like even details down to like the simplest things, like where cars were located and what they looked like and that sort of thing. Just crazy.
That's like some next level shit.
Yeah.
That's Rain Man level.
Not quite, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know. I don't think autism would be honestly that bad. And considering for the longest time that I legitimately thought that I had autism, and I was just waiting for people to pull the rug underneath me and just be like, "Ha, surprise! You didn't know, ha."
The problem is those tests are fucking expensive.
Yeah, unless a doctor requests you to get one and it's covered under healthcare.
Yeah.
It costs a shit ton of money to do, or it takes forever so you could actually go and do it.
And the results take a long time too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's cool. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, I saw this one video. People were debating if a straw has one hole or two. Thoughts?
It's a cylinder. Cylinders have two holes. That's what makes a cylinder.
No, I disagree. I think it has
Is
one
it
continuous hole. Would you say a bagel has two holes?
Well,
As two
mine
pies.
usually do because I cut them in half.
Okay, asshole.
And only half a hole.
Alright, I
Oh,
see how you want to play this game.
It's tubular.
But like,
It's like it's water wet.
Well, is water wet? That's a good question. Let's dive into that.
Only when
Sean.
you get out of it.
I think water can get people wet. I think it's just when water gets on something that becomes wet. You know, I don't know. Water may be wet. Ice is wet.
Ice is only wet when it's melting, not when it's freezing cold, though.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's maybe it's wet. It's wet in its liquid form. But then again, you know,
It's
who
like
knows?
being drunk.
Yeah,
Just ask a glass of water, he'll tell you.
yeah, or yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Is gasoline wet?
Technically, yeah. And then it evaporates and
Technically.
smells like shit.
Oh, I love the smell of gas. That's just great.
I like it in like a workshop or like your shed, but not when it gets on you.
Oh yeah, I can see that. It's stinky.
It's stinky.
Yeah, I got gasoline in my ear once, and it was I will
Oh.
never experience a pain so great ever again. I don't think. I think it felt like I got shot in the fucking head. It was just, I was screaming, and I was 8. No, I was 19 years old, and it made me fucking. Oh my god, it was horrid. Yes, don't get gasoline in your eyes or ears.
No.
Try to remember that for the next time I
Yeah,
decide to try and
if you
pour
get
it
in
in
your
my
eyes, go to eyewash station.
Yeah, well, I was changing the fuel filter on my Ranger, and I forgot to depressurize the fuel line, and it shot out right into my ear, and it was the worst thing ever. And then just from that,
That's a bit more understanding.
like I was wearing safety glasses, but I turned my head so it wouldn't hit me in the face, and it just went right into my ear, and then there was a sound like, and then just proceeded by like 2 weeks of pain. Yes. Yes. But it is wet. Water is wet. I will say. I'm wet. I'm so wet.
I'm hard.
I'm hard. I'm hard. Oh,
Don't get too excited, you two.
the
Don't make
tzatziki
me
sauce.
stop me.
the reason.
You
The
cannot
lamb
stop
sauce
me.
is leaking.
I'm oozing.
I'm oozing. Oh. I'm the one that's turning all the frogs gay.
Quit putting the chemicals in the fucking pond.
Yeah. Turn freaking frogs gay.
No, you're ruining my well water. Stop it.
Yes. Yes. Fuck.
do, 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 do.
What do we got here?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, you know.
Fuck, big. Sorry.
Holy shit, that's a long way away.
What's happening?
Oh, you know, just sticking around. Preston Garcy or Garvey is asking me about another settlement. You know the deal. I dislike modern gaming, but I am also really, really excited for a new game coming out this year.
Which one?
Skate 4, baby. It's coming out. It's happening. And it's the same group of peeps that have been working on the last couple, which is exciting. It's still EA, so, you know, there's still that. But hey,
To be fair, EA's put out some nice ones over the last few years, so
EA has pulled a
they're a
bunch of
shit
stuff.
company,
Yeah,
but they've been pretty decent with content recently. I think they figure out the tune if they can't just start dealing out slop.
I mean, like
Yeah.
they're not just gonna pump out, whatever. But
Oh, they were doing that for almost a whole decade.
true. Um, but um, oh, excuse me. Um, but like, I don't know. It's EA, man. They're always trying certain things. You know. You know what I mean?
Aren't they going bankrupt soon, or is that Ubisoft?
That's Ubi.
Ubisoft has been going broke for a long, long time, man. They just can't figure it out.
Yeah, that's too bad.
I,
Not really.
I mean, it's unlikely they'll actually go out of business. It's just like, they're like they're they don't know how to figure it out. They really don't know. And they keep making poor decisions. They just keep fucking around, and then it shoots them in the foot, and then they're surprised that they have a bullet hole in their foot. You know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes. What are some of the games that they made?
um,
Which one, Ubi or EA?
Ubisoft.
I have
I'm
no idea
looking-
what Ubi made.
No, they made the Assassin's Creed.
Well, yeah, I meant what have they made recently though?
Oh, recently. The most recent I can see here is Tom Clancy's The Division.
Really? Is that their most recent
no,
game?
that's not their most recent. I
The
know that
Division
for a
Resurgence.
fact.
It was their Star Wars Outlander or whatever it was called.
Oh yeah,
Are you sure it was
Re-
Star Wars?
Yeah, Outlaws.
'Cause-
Star Wars Outlaws.
Oh yes, that was Outlaws. Sorry. Why is it taking for? Okay, there we go. They have Assassin's Creed. Shadows coming out here shortly. Star Wars Outlaws flopped hard.
Yeah, that did poorly. I'm kind of sad about it. I was really hoping it'd do well.
Me too. I mean, it. You remember when Star Wars 1313 was an idea that was floating around on the internet for a while, and then it got canceled?
Yeah, but we got Last Jedi or Jedi Survivor, which I think is actually really good.
I haven't played it yet. I need to beat what's it called? Fallen Order. I have it, and then I got like, I don't know, like a third, maybe halfway through, and then I just like lost interest or didn't have the time for it. I remember at one point my game broke on me like hard. Oh, this rat scorpion is kicking my ass. And I'm dead. Awesome. But I just would get a certain amount of the way in, and then I would just drop it for whatever reason. The same thing happened with Dark Souls 1. I got into Dark Souls 1. I got like, I want to say 20 hours into it or something like that. My first playthrough, dropped it for whatever reason. Picked it back up, started a new game. Got like a third of the way through, dropped it. And then my most recent attempt, I got like 2/3 of the way through. I beat Ornstein and Smo and got like well past that. And it was literally like a couple bosses and then the DLC, and I would have been done the game. But I had like, I think that was when I had just gotten my job when I worked grocery.
Mhm.
And so I just put it down for a while because I was getting a little weird during COVID. And I also wasn't like eating regularly, and, you know, lots of other things. So, yeah. Um, let's see what else. What else was there? Guys, got any weird traffic stories? For some fucking reason.
A few months ago, I almost got run off the road by Spalumbo's truck.
That is
Jesus.
dope. Elaborate further. We
There's not
stand.
much to say.
We
He's like,
stand
well,
Spalumbo here. So
They
go
should
for
have
it.
given you fucking free Spalumbo for that shit.
I fucking wish. I just
Oh.
moved out of the way. That's all there is to it.
I mean,
Damn.
He just
Yeah.
wasn't. I'm pretty sure he didn't know how the intersection worked, and went 2 lanes over instead of 1.
Huh.
So
Like, I'm at the point where I need more money, so if someone wants to hit me, I'm gonna just like do everything in my power to make sure it happens.
yeah, but I'm driving a little fucking hatchback, and this is
Oh.
a large
Like a
Columbus
truck
truck.
like that, yeah. Just like, you know, if some like
I would fucking die.
yeah. No, I'm just saying it as a general thing, like, you know, fuck it's fuck. Yeah. I would have went for that free Spalumbos though. God damn.
Yeah,
Mm.
they make for good meatballs once you decase them.
D what?
So decase them. Get the meat out of the
DK.
casing.
Oh, okay. I thought you said degase, so I was like, what?
Yeah,
Since
no, I'm
when are
not
meatballs
degousing my fucking sausages. That'd be a weird thing to do.
Fuck.
I degauss
Honey,
it the same way I degauss my computer.
yeah.
Honey, I'm home. I'm ready to degase my sausage. Ooh, let me just. Oh,
Is that why I got mine cut off? 'Cause I don't have that option.
Yeah. Fuck, Pain Olympics. You ever see Pain Olympics?
No, and I don't think I want to.
Just like these dudes, like chopping their dicks off and balls off and shit.
I've
No,
heard
I'll
about
save
it.
that for a doctor.
The furthest I've gotten is either like Live Leak or like the Jackass films. I haven't watched the newest one, but all the original ones. I think that was like what 1 to 3, 1 to 4, something like that.
Like the Jackasses?
Yeah, the Jackass films.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen
They're
that,
Jackass.
and like, you know, they sent they sent a dildo strapped to a wire. They strapped it up with fireworks and sent it up Steve-O's ass. Like,
No, it was Bam's ass.
was
It was
it?
Bam. Yeah, it was Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bam was always into that sort of stuff, anyways. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I remember seeing them like ski and snowboard down their stairs into that like the screen door and just absolutely tearing it off and thinking that was the funniest thing ever. Cause like
Yep.
I would want to do the same thing. That is something that would be so much fun until you realize how hurt you are, and then you just laugh it
Yeah.
off. I don't really have any traffic stories. I really don't, other than like completely disassociating from the road for like 40 minutes at a time. That was fun.
I mean,
Driving
been a lot of-
fugue?
What?
Are you like hitting point driving fugue?
Well, like, This was back when I was going to college. Not the most recent time, but like
So,
before.
so this is a common destination you're going day to day, yeah?
Not
At about the
anymore.
same time. Well, you were.
Yeah, I was going there 5 days a week, and so like I never had it before. Even with driving around to places that I've gone time and time again, like I never had that really.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was on like some antidepressants and I had sleeping pills and a couple other things. And I think those messed with my system enough that I was just more prone to like that, like,
Fugue state, yeah.
yeah, exactly. And so there was multiple times where I like, I would get like 5 minutes out of town and then suddenly I'm at my parking spot, you know?
Yeah, it's actually a common thing.
I know it's a common thing, but it's like, I don't know, it just seems a little frightening for the implications of that. Like, how many.
It's your brain going on autopilot. You
I
do the
know.
same thing with mundane tasks day to day.
Yeah, I know. It's just like when you're commandeering a 2,000 pound, like 2 ton vehicle at least, if not like 4 to 5, depending on what you're driving. That
Also, that's a big truck you're talking about there.
well, you take in mind where we live. Reevaluate. 4 to 5 ton is not that.
That's a big fucking truck.
Yeah,
That's that's a small line truck.
yeah. Do you know how many of those I see in a week?
Yes, but still, it's not as common as like a hatchback or an SUV.
Okay, so a
More of
standard
those.
F-150 is probably like 2.5, 3. Either way, the implications of like going on autopilot with that much weight going however fast, um, it's just like alarming to me, anyways. And I'm really glad I drive standard now, not automatic, because that has helped like cure all of the autopilot shit. It's great. I love it.
Yeah. What,
Yes.
smoking kush?
Smoking Kush.
What? Are you talking about smoking weed?
No. I'm talking about.
Sorry, I penal fuck.
Okay, you just like cut out hard for me.
Did I?
Yeah.
All we got from that was penal fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
I zoned out at my ceiling there for a minute. I just was like, fuck.
Me too.
Yeah. Fucking.
You guys need to get more sleep by the sounds of it.
Well, yeah, I got a good sleep this morning, or this last night. Just, fuck. This is the first, yeah, well, yeah. I ate myself into a food coma yesterday. I went to the Olive Garden for lunch, and those bastards kept bringing soup. Like, I ordered soup, and they kept bringing me more soup. They're like, "You want more soup?" I'm like, "Fuck!" So I kept eating more soup.
You know
the
you can just say no. The check is fine.
No, but they didn't charge me for it.
I know, because it's unlimited soup and breadsticks.
Yes,
Wait,
and
they
I
do
literally
soup as well as breadsticks.
they did in my case. I didn't know that until they just brought me a whole nother thing of fucking soup, and I was like, "Damn, okay." So I ate like 3 bowls of fucking soup, like 5 fucking breadsticks, and a whole ass thing of rigatoni meat sauce and meatballs. And by the end of it, I literally died. I fucking shit.
Literally,
I went
he's
home.
dead.
That's why I like last night, like, fuck, I passed out and like I couldn't even be awoken by an earthquake. Like,
Yeah.
I passed out from like 3:30 up until like I woke up and realized you called me, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
For context, Sean and I were supposed to meet up yesterday, or at least that was that was the alleged plan. We were supposed to meet up and talk about things because we want to do like some car YouTube shit and start working on something just in our spare time instead of doing drugs and popping pills,
Yes.
fucking whores, that sort of thing.
Do
And
drugs, make some rock, and have sex, that kind of thing.
yeah. Except we exclusively use Snap-on condoms, so it's the mechanic
Pussies.
way.
Yes. Strap on.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
we've been trying to sort out a date and time to like actually go over some nitty-gritty details and like figure out what we want to start with and that sort of stuff. And every time it's like either I'm too busy or Sean's too busy. Like just because I got all of my responsibilities, and then he'll occasionally pick up something or just be working a bunch.
Yeah.
And before it was just all on me because I was the one with the fully booked up schedule from Thursday to like Monday, Tuesday, and then maybe Wednesday I could come over, and then he started his new job. So
Yeah. But it's I'm happy with the schedule that I have at my new job. It's not too bad. I don't have to get out of bed until fucking 7:30. I'm happy.
damn.
Yeah.
I start at 7:30 at my new place.
Do you? Well, that's good. 'Cause
But I'm
they probably
like 7:30 to 4, so I'm getting out a little bit earlier. It's not like rush
Oh,
hour 3 p.m.
You're still hitting rush hour.
Oh, I know. And it all depends on which route I take to try and get out of town. Because if I take
just get 52nd to Stony.
well, so here's the thing, like, if I take like just like the straight turns to go directly onto the highway, that can be backed up. The last Friday I took out like that main route to try and get home as fast as possible because I had a meeting at 4:30 and I didn't leave my shop until like 4:20ish because there was this thing I was working on and I thought it was all done, ready to go for the customer to take and all of this, and it just pisses out hydraulic fluid right in front of the customer. So my boss and I worked on it, and apparently just some of the things weren't tightened enough or something like that. I don't know. I swear I double and triple checked every connection before I called it done, and still there was just some that just apparently weren't tight enough. I don't know. I'm just gonna blame. I'm gonna blame my old coworker and just move on.
Yeah.
Because that coworker was useless and did not do anything. So.
Was it that like 19-year-old kid?
Yeah. Speaking of which, they brought him back. After.
Fucking A.
After literally not like they told him to go home and stay home until they called him back. So like essentially firing him, but like not on paper firing him, just having him as backup. He got another gig in the meantime. Like he wasn't too hurt about it. But they called him back for this big project, and because they have 2 apprentices that are going to school next month, and then I left and put in my 2 weeks, they felt like they had no other choice but to bring him back on as full-time staff. And they also hired a new guy, I think. I don't know. There was a lot. I showed up in my final week, and he's back. I'm like, what the hell are you doing here? I thought you were done here. He's like, oh my gosh, can you just like get off of my ass for a second? I was like, no. First you leave, and now you come back with all of your snapping little boys, and just like ragging on him because The kid is just
Yeah.
constantly trying to be like macho, but he's just this short little. He, I would say short king, but I don't know. I really don't have enough like positive things to say to call him a short king.
Short Joker.
Yeah, he's
A
a
royal
pocket
fool.
prince, I guess.
Ha
Anyway.
ha ha.
But he was snapping all these girls, and one of them had like a gender neutral name. I was like, oh, like Aubrey or whatever. Is that a boy's name? That sounds like a little boy's name. Are you snapping little boys? And this one contract welder and I just kind of like gave him a good thrashing verbally for like a good 20 minutes. And he was obviously frustrated at it at some point. And so we cooled it off, and then it's just been a reoccurring joke.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. It's a lot funnier when you can actually just sit in and listen to it rather than having me explain like, oh yeah, we just called him a little gay boy and says he snaps little boys in his free time. But he would just smoke, like he would just vape and like be on his phone all the time. So it's like, damn, are you running a business or something like that? Are you like just that lonely? Like what are you doing on your phone this much? Like I have responsibilities at home and I'm not on my phone that much. You know? Like I get live updates when something happens to my kid. And I'll check on breaks or something like that. Like I'm not 24/7 on it. Yeah. Kid's just goofy, I guess.
I'm gonna pull up his boots by his strings.
Yeah. Pull himself out by the bootstraps and
Yeah.
figure it out. Oh, there's my back. That's good. I got a massage recently. Felt like heaven.
With a happy ending?
No happy ending. She wasn't Asian.
Black. Was it a man?
No, it was a female.
Oh. Was she hot?
I mean, like older lady. Like I would personally say like cougar-ish. You know.
Oh, she knows how to do it then.
Oh, dude, it was so nice, and I was just like cracking jokes the entire time. Like, I was just having a ball with it. There was a couple of like almost not well. There was a couple of not safe for work jokes that I slipped in there. No pun intended. Like, she was like, "Okay, now I'm gonna have to do this, or something." I was like, "Okay, well, if it's too hard, what's the safe word? We want to like, which one you want to do this time?" And I just kept making her laugh, and it was great because I just felt, you know, I just felt accomplished with myself. Because it's like, hey, I made a person laugh. I made their day better. I'm okay with this. I can enjoy the rest of my day peacefully. But I had her last time, and last time I saw her was like October 2023. So like a lot of things have changed. Like a like a lot. Like
Yeah.
Like, she was like, so what's new? I was like, when was the last time I saw you? She's like, October 2023. I was like, oh, shit, we got like a whole log of stuff that's happened since that last one. I'm sorry. I wanted to come by more often. She's like, it's all good. I was like, my back missed it. I'll tell you that for free. She's like, well, I'll see you in like 2 weeks after this. I was like, sweet. But yeah, just going through the whole list of like, oh yeah, I got this job, I started a career, you know, I've got, you know, kid, and I have another one on the way, and all of this stuff. It was just kind of like mind-boggling of like, oh, I really did get a lot done in the last like year and a half. So, you guys ever been pulled over?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
trying to move onto a topic instead of me just rambling about shit.
I've fucking been pulled over. We've had 2 DUIs.
I know you have, but like, you got any fun stories or anything like that?
There was a hot Australian police officer lady that pulled me over when I was in my teenage years there.
Hmm.
Holy fuck, she was hot. It was insane. She made me put my weed down the fucking storm drain though, unfortunately, and also towed my car. But she was very hot. Yes.
Hmm.
Also, the one who was giving me my second impaired charge was also very hot, ironically. But other than that, like, I don't know. I don't know. I've been pulled over drunk a lot, and like, I used to, and but I'd always get away with it during COVID because I'd always have my mask on.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't smell my breath. I was absolutely genius. But
You could
other
still
than
do
that,
that.
yeah, you could still. I mean, like, I'm sick. I have, I'm ill.
I have pneumonia and I live by myself, so I don't have somebody else who can just pick up and drop off groceries for me.
Yeah, I have pneumococcal pneumonia.
I mean, I wouldn't
Um,
recommend it, but
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been pulled over in a while. I don't intend to do it anymore. I got
that's
last April last year. I got fucking 42 over the limit by accident.
damn.
I I was shredding it down to Sylvan Lake, and I was going like fuck 50 something, and there's a cop hiding there and fucking caught me. Immediately got breathalyzed because that's just what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, um, $385 ticket.
Sounds about right.
Yeah,
Yep.
it sucked. But yeah, that's what it. Oh, no more fucking fooling around. I can't afford it no more.
Your premium must be hella high for driving.
I can't get insurance. I have to insure it through my dad, and I just have to pay my dad fucking insurance.
Wait, you literally cannot get insurance from like anybody. You have to resort to
Right.
being on another plan, and then you just
Yeah,
raise like your
exactly.
dad's premium by a hell of a lot.
No, my dad. It's only about 185 a month to put me on his, but for me, it's like I got a letter from TD literally telling me to eat shit, and they're not going to insure me anymore. But
Damn.
yeah, no, yeah, like they want to charge me like $20,000 a year for insurance.
Jesus.
Yeah, pretty much it, man.
I have not had the pleasure of that.
It's not a pleasure. It's a fucking shit show.
I don't.
Yay.
I legitimately don't think I've been pulled over, like properly pulled over. I did have to step inside a police vehicle once for a breathalyzer test, but that was in a parking lot where my car had not moved away from park. It was just on because it was cold.
Well, why did they make you take a breathalyzer for that?
Okay, so I'll just go through the story then. So this was, I want to say New Year's Eve, 2018 or something like that. I went to
Yeah.
I went to a bar in town with a couple of people, and I was DD, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, you know, I have one drink at the beginning of the night because I'm like, okay, I know myself, I know my limit enough that I can have like one or two, eat some food, just chill out with some pop or whatever, you know, go have a smoke, just go hang out, and I'll be fine. And I was like, I had no problems at all. Um, but there was a guy in the parking lot that was like thrashed, like just absolutely off the chain. He was so fucked up. And he got into his car, slowly ran into a light post in the parking lot. Sorry, I'm just remembering like how stupid of a situation it was. And so there's a police officer like right around the corner who got called to the scene because the police office was like across the main street or across the main avenue or
Is this in
whatever.
Brayside?
Sorry?
Was this in Brayside by any chance?
No, no. This was
No.
in like my current town.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, so this guy rams into a light post or whatever, and then he gets out of his car and starts waving his arms, and the cop's just like, "Can you just like get back into the driver's seat, please, but don't go away? You know, like just stay put. Don't leave your vehicle. You'll be considered a threat if you do it again." And so the guy complies. The one guy's wrapping up, but he called up backup support just in case things go wild, because you never know with drunk guys.
Yeah.
And so backup is just like hanging out, and I'm sitting in my car just like warming it up because it's like minus 15, minus 20 outside, and I gotta drive people home shortly because it's like midnight-ish or like just before midnight. And so I'm out there, and I was like, damn, that was something. And originally I joked with the officer about it. It was like, do you see that often? You know, just making small talk while I'm scraping off my windshield. And he's like, oh, just by the way, while I'm in the area, have you had any drinks tonight? I'm like, yeah, I had one at like 5:30, and I've had a lot of water, some food, pop, and all that. I also had nicotine the last like 15 minutes, so I'm, just letting you know. He's like, all right, well, just because you did say that you had a drink, and while, like, normally if this was outside of, my job, I would say you're perfectly fine and are probably fit to drive, more fit than most of the people here. I did, because you did say you had a drink, even if it's just one. I do have to give you a breathalyzer. I was like, oh shit. Okay, whatever. Mind if I just like leave my car on so it's nice and warm? And if I'm unfit to drive, I'll just turn it off and somebody else can drive home, or I will pick up a taxi or something like that. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna be an asshole. And because I had had nicotine, I had to sit there for 15 agonizing minutes, just like hearing this guy try to make small talk while I'm in the back of a cop cruiser. Meanwhile, inside, my friends are oblivious to the fact that I'm in the back of a cop cruiser. Like, they're all just inside drinking, having a good time. They're like, man, Michael's taking a while with getting his car started, but his car's on, so I don't know where he went. Whatever. We'll just, let it be. And so I sit in the I sit in the back of the cop car. He gives me the breathalyzer. I pull a 0 naturally. Like, I wasn't gonna blow anything over.
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right, cool. You're fit to go." have a good night. Stay safe out there. The roads are awful and people are stupid. I was like, well, you too, officer, because you're probably going to deal with more of them than I will.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and so right afterwards, I go inside my car, have another quick couple of smokes, hits off my Nick stick. I walk back into the bar. I'm like, hey guys, I'm back. I just got pulled into the back of a cop cruiser. And they're like, what happened? What did he do? And I explained the whole situation. They're like, oh, so he was just chill. So you're good. It's like, yeah, thank God that I have like insurance and everything else is just like honky dory. Because could you imagine if one piece of paperwork is just slightly off? Just being in
Yep.
that situation, it's just like it's no chance, no dice. So, but yeah, like that's the only time that I've ever like had any trouble with the cops, other than like routine check stops that unfortunately I had to drive through because there was no other way to get to where I was going unless I wanted to take like an extra 10 minutes out of my way.
Yeah.
And even then they would just alternate back and forth between the two areas. So it was a 50-50 on whether you were hitting them or not anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck.
Like, I remember having to go through the same check stop twice in one night with like the same officers. Because I went to go drive my old roommate to work in the town over, and you know, the guy's like, oh, where are you headed to? I'm dropping her off for work and then I'm coming back home. Have you had any drugs or alcohol? No, sir. I don't drink and drive, and I don't do drugs. Okay. Well, you got any firearms or whatever? No, officer, I don't. Frankly, I don't think I would carry that on me, even if I did. Alright, well, you have a wonderful night. You too, sir. And then, like, 25 minutes later, 30 minutes later, there I am, going on the other side. It's just like, hey, it's me again. I just passed through here like 30 minutes ago. No, I don't have any drugs or alcohol. No, I don't have any suspicious activities or illegal weapons or anything like that. I just want to go home and go back to bed. Can you just let me go? And the guy's like, that's a little suspicious. I was like, I'm just tired. It's 10:30 in the evening and I'm just tired, man. Like my home is like 2 minutes away. Please, can you just like let me do my thing? He's like, I guess. I was like, okay, have a good night, officer.
You know, it goes by a lot quicker if you just let them do their job.
What do you mean?
Like, it's answering 5 questions.
I answered all the questions for them.
Oh, okay.
No,
it sounded like you just like told them, I've already been through this. Can I just go through?
No. I prefaced with I've just been through here like 30 minutes ago. No, I haven't done any of this. Yes, I'm not drinking and driving. Like, I answered all the basic questions. It's just like, okay, am I good? Yeah, I guess. All right, have a good night. I want to go back to bed. and the cop was like, are you too inebriated to drive? Like, are you too tired to drive? I was like, no. I just have a shit sleep schedule. That's all. He's like, okay, if you're sure. I was like, dude, I'm fine. Don't worry.
Tell him to fuck off. He was trying to be a dick.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm mostly like chill with police officers and, you know, law enforcement, even though I have a disdain towards authority, because most of the time it's just used improperly. Like, you know, most of the guys that are, you know, working as cops, they want to make things better. There's always a couple bad apples in the bunch, but, you know, like most of the time they're pretty chill and pretty understanding. As long as you're not like an active threat to them or anything, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I haven't had too many issues with driving around or anything like that. You guys ever been into any concerts? Ever gone to any live performances?
Nope. Well, kind of. God, I don't know if it was the actual band. I don't think it was for. It was just for like a scout jamboree.
Okay.
Eh,
Like
I seen
for
Prince.
scouts or something?
Yeah, it was at one of the big jamborees that I think. Which one was it? I think it was the actual Canadian jamboree. We had people come. It may have actually been the Bare Naked Ladies.
Chicken to China, the Chinese chicken.
You're gonna
Was
do
it
chickadee China.
2015?
Yeah, it's been 1 week since I saw you at the jamboree.
Ha. Yeah.
What?
If I had $1,000,000.
I'd eat more craft dinner.
Yeah. But really fancy ketchup.
Dijon ketchup.
Dijon
Dijon
ketchup.
ketchup.
I'd buy
Yeah.
you a real fur coat. Or
Not a
I'd buy
real
you a
fur
fur
coat.
coat, but not a real fur coat. That's cruel.
Yes.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm
I've
not
been
finding any information. I don't know.
I saw
Sean?
Prince before he died.
Damn.
I've also been to Elton John, Nickelback, Meatloaf.
Never said as a wise man.
Yeah.
Couldn't get
Yeah.
as a poor man's deal. Um, anything else? Just Prince, Elton John, and Nickelback.
Mm. And Meatloaf.
Oh, that's a decent lineup. I can't even be mad.
No, it wasn't bad at all. It was pretty good.
Like, Prince is pretty good. Meatloaf, he's entertaining, you know?
Yeah. Dude, I learned so many swear words that day. It was great. I was like 7 years old. You're ready to fucking rock, you bunch of cunts. And I'm like, fucking, what does this all mean? And I was like, word up.
Tell me
And then I
what.
say the word ass and I get grounded. Like, but mom,
But
Meatloaf
Mom, the
said,
rock star said it first. I'm just
yeah,
quoting the rock star.
yes, yes.
Euros.
And now my parents, like, I literally just, like, I swear constantly. They can't stop it.
I find it really funny because, like, I grew up in a household where, like, swearing is a no-no. And I've got a pretty foul mouth. Like, it's not as bad
Yeah.
as it used to be. And I find that I'll do it more or less based on who I'm around. But
Yep.
sometimes, you just have them slip out.
Mm-hmm.
So
It happens.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh, I gotta run my washing machine. Fuck.
Okay.
1 second.
I went to a couple of concerts. We should probably wrap this up soon, but I went to Mariana's Trench. That was my first like live performance, like that wasn't at like the Stampede.
Mm. I've never actually gone to any of the Stampede ones.
Really?
Yeah, I don't do loud noises.
That's fair. But yeah, like I went when they did the Oh, what was that album called? Anyways, they had this like 80s Goonie sort of themed album art for it. I want to say Astoria, but that doesn't sound right for some reason. Anyways, it was like 2017. I went with the Bad Axe and a couple of her friends and her mom, and it was actually pretty lit. And then more recently, Brooke and I and my parents, along with like a bunch of other people, we managed to get into a box, and we saw the Lumineers, and that was
That
pretty
would
dope.
be a fucking cool. That would be a cool concert.
Yeah, it was pretty entertaining, and like I've seen like Alt J live. I've seen. I was just saying to Mac, I've seen Mariana's Trench live twice. Once for their actual like album tour, and then once for Stampede.
That's dank, actually. Mariana's Trench would be fucking fun.
I'd really like their music. It's good music. Um, but
Are you
yeah, like the Lumineers one was the last one that I've seen, and that one was amazing because we were in a box. We didn't have to deal with huge amounts of crowds or anything like that because of just all the exits that you could take from up there. And it was like
Mhm.
I'm just hanging out with like an aunt and uncle 1 minute, and then like just my wife and I the next, and then some people that I know pretty well, and she was a little left out. Not gonna lie, my wife was a little confused on who all these people were, but
Yeah.
we got her caught up to speed pretty quick, and yeah, it was a good show. The lights, the some of the things that they did, it was good. And I wasn't sure if I would enjoy the music, and I heavily enjoyed it. So, win.
Yeah, the Lumineers are great. Yeah. I like Sleep on the Floor
Oh, there you go.
by the
Um,
Lumineers. It's my favorite one.
I have been recording for like almost 2 hours now. Should we call her there?
We can.
Yeah, in my opinion, yeah, because I'm heading to bed pretty quick here.
Yeah, I'm starting to tap here myself. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, thanks everybody for joining in on this snoozy podcast full of sleepy boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Today's sponsorship is apparently Bad Dragon stickers. Put bumper sticker is your coupon code. Not actually.
Bad Dragon use CCP at checkout for 0% off.
Yeah.
You still gotta pay for
0%
shipping too.
off.
So, suck it.
Does jack all.
Yep. It's purely there for support. Just like the toys. Anyways, thank you again, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.